Tourism keeps growing worldwide, even in places labeled as dangerous. Despite travel warnings, millions continue to visit. Some destinations combine beauty with serious risk. Homicide rates, robberies, kidnappings, and organized crime shape daily life. Tourist areas may look safe until they aren't. These are called the most dangerous countries for tourists. But should they be? Colombia's violent past still influences its present. Decades of cartel warfare left deep scars. While tourism has increased, crime remains visible. Large cities report high robbery and assault rates. Did you know that in some Colombian cities, tourists are more likely to be targeted for smartphones than cash because stolen phones are quickly resold on black markets? Some crimes escalate into violent confrontations. Nightlife districts are frequent hotspots. Kidnapping risks, while reduced, have not disappeared. Police response varies by neighborhood. Most tourists are safe during daylight hours. Risk increases with alcohol, nightlife, and isolation. Colombia rewards awareness and punishes mistakes. Costa Rica's image is built on peace and nature. Violent crime is lower than in neighboring countries. However, crime against tourists is rising. Theft is the most common issue. Rental cars are frequently broken into. Criminal groups track tourist movements. Beach parking areas are prime targets. Tourists often lower their guard here. Police coverage is uneven outside main areas. Crimes are usually non-violent. Costa Rica abolished its army decades ago, meaning crime prevention relies almost entirely on police forces, not military support. El Salvador was once among the world's most violent countries. Gang control dominated entire neighborhoods. Homicide rates shocked the international community. Did you know that El Salvador built one of the largest prisons in the world as part of its anti-gang strategy, drawing global attention and controversy? Military and police presence is now constant. Violence dropped significantly in tourist zones. However, security relies on strict enforcement. Movement is controlled in many areas. Tourists are generally safe in approved locations. Straying outside controlled zones increases risk. The country is safer, but fragile. So Jamaica consistently ranks high in homicide statistics. Violence is, really concentrated in specific communities. Gang rivalries actually drive most killings. Have you ever heard that some neighborhoods in Jamaica are avoided even by local taxi drivers after dark due to gang boundaries? Tourists, though, are rarely direct targets. But yeah, opportunistic crime is pretty common. Robberies do occur outside resort areas, and scams targeting tourists are widespread. Drug-related crime definitely fuels local violence. Police presence is strong in tourist zones. But outside those zones, protection drops sharply. Resorts offer a controlled environment, while independent travel increases exposure. The contrast between zones is honestly pretty extreme. The Dominican Republic receives millions of visitors yearly. Tourism drives a major part of the economy. Crime does exist, but it's really geographically concentrated. Resort areas are heavily guarded. Petty theft is, by far, the most common issue. Violent crime involving tourists is rare. Nightlife incidents, though, can occasionally turn deadly. Alcohol plays a role in many cases. Transportation scams are widespread, and taxis often target tourists. Police response varies in speed and effectiveness. Honduras has one of the highest homicide rates globally. Gang violence dominates crime statistics. Extortion and armed robbery are unfortunately common. Certain cities are among the world's most dangerous. Tourists usually avoid these areas. Islands like Roatan, however, present a different reality. Tourism zones are isolated and secured. Cruise passengers remain within protected corridors. Outside tourist bubbles, crime escalates quickly. Police resources are limited, and emergency response can be slow. Haiti faces near-total institutional collapse. Armed groups control large parts of cities. Kidnappings have surged dramatically, with foreigners considered high-value targets. Police capacity is, honestly, severely limited, and judicial systems barely function. There are simply no safe tourist zones. Tourism infrastructure has, well, collapsed. Travel advisories strongly warn against visits, and the risk is constant and unpredictable. This is, without a doubt, one of the world's most dangerous environments. The Philippines is a country of contrasts. Some regions are extremely safe, while others face insurgency and organized crime. Most tourist islands remain peaceful, and, crime against tourists is usually non-violent. Pickpocketing and scams are common, though. The Philippines has special tourist assistance desks at major airports because scams frequently begin the moment visitors arrive. Isolated kidnappings occurred in past years, but security increased significantly since then. Travel advisories focus on specific regions, and ignoring them increases exposure. Tourist police operate in major hubs, and honestly, millions visit safely every year. Risk depends on location, not country. Afghanistan is not a travel destination. Armed conflict defines daily life, and violence is widespread and unpredictable. Kidnappings are a major threat, and foreigners are high-risk targets. There is no tourist protection, and frankly, emergency services are unreliable. Crime and terrorism overlap. Travel advisories strictly prohibit visits, and there is no safe tourism infrastructure. Risk is extreme at all times. This is not comparable to other countries. Here, the price can be fatal. Mexico ranks among the most visited countries globally. It also records high homicide numbers. Cartel violence drives crime statistics, but violence is highly regionalized. Tourist cities are heavily protected, though nearby regions may not be. Tourists rarely face cartel violence. However, collateral incidents do occur. Wrong turns increase exposure dramatically, and honestly, night driving raises risk significantly. Police corruption exists in some regions. Millions visit safely every year, but ignoring local realities can be costly. Travel safety isn't about fear. It's about understanding context. Every country has safe and unsafe areas. Headlines rarely tell the full story. Informed travelers make better decisions. Respect local rules and customs. Plan routes carefully. Stay aware, not anxious. Travel opens perspectives. Subscribe for more advice on where to go and where not to.